So most people will never do what they say they want to do. Most people never achieve their goals because they don't do the thing that will actually get them there, which doesn't make any sense at all. Like you've got something that you want to do. Everyone's got goals. Everyone's got something they know that they need to do to get them to where they want to be, but they just don't work on them. Like that could be anything. You might want to learn a new skill to make more money. You might want to get fit. You might want to do anything, but you've been like you're in this phase where you're saying you're about to start, you're going to do it soon, you're going to do it then next week when you're ready. But feeling ready is never ever comes first before doing anything. Like, did you ever feel ready for anything? Like, everyone has at least one thing that they're putting on hold because of some reason, right? And so the longer it sits there, the heavier it gets. The longer it sits there, the heavier it gets, and the harder it is to go into actually be able to start that thing. So why not just start? Why not just start working towards where you actually want to be? Why not start working on that thing that you know you need to do to get you to where you want to be? Because the longer you know you need to do it, the longer it just sits there not being worked on, not being dealt with, then the harder it's going to get in the future to actually work on that thing. Because obviously, the longer you wait, the older you're getting, and the older you get, there's going to be more excuses to not do it when you're older. You know what I mean? That's just an extreme example of obviously like not doing something over time. But over time, you're never ever going to be able to do something if you just don't start now. And that means you're putting your goals on hold, you're putting your life on hold, and you're literally putting your whole fucking future on hold if you don't work on the thing you know you need to in this moment right now. And the reason you haven't like started doing the thing you want to do, or the thing that you need to do, or the thing that you need to fix, isn't because you're lazy. It's not because you're lazy. It's just because speaking about it and talking about what it is you need to do or want to do feels like you're actually working on it. When in reality, you're just not. You're not being productive. All you're doing is speaking about it. So in your mind, you're thinking about it that much because you're speaking about it. It feels like you're actually working on it when you're really not. You're just lying to yourself. You're telling yourself you're doing it. You're telling yourself you're working on it, but you're just not. And lying to yourself is the number one thing that is just gonna hold you back from reaching your goals. Because when you lie to yourself, when you tell yourself you're gonna do something and you don't do it, you're just breaking trust with yourself. And the more trust you break with yourself, you'll never be able to trust yourself ever again to actually be able to do anything else ever again. So you'll never ever be able to reach that thing or reach that goal that you actually want to get to because you don't fucking trust yourself because you've lied to yourself that many times that you're gonna do something when you fucking haven't. Like think about it. How many times have you said I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and actually felt good about saying that? It's because studies have shown, like I've looked into this myself, and studies have shown that the more you think about doing something, the more you say you're going to do something, but then you don't do it, it actually feels like you've done it because like in your brain you're imagining yourself actually doing it because you're saying you're going to do it. And so the people who actually do things are literally the opposite. They tend to just stay quiet and just do it. You know what I mean? They just do it rather than just fucking telling everyone, blurting out everything. And that's why I'm not sure what the analogy is, but it goes something like the more quiet you are, the more successful you are. And there's like a certain saying for it, but I forgot what it is. But it's so fucking true because the more loud you are, the more you speak about your goals, the more you speak about where you want to be, the less work you're going to do because you're speaking about it more, which makes you feel like you're doing it. But in reality, you're not. You're just speaking about it and you're not really going to get there if you're not taking action. But you might be sat there thinking, well, I'm actually thinking of starting tomorrow. I'm actually thinking of actually starting. But what a lot of people do is they say they're thinking about starting. They say they're thinking about getting into this, that, learning this, doing that. But just waiting is a fucking trap. Like just waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. Because action creates motivation. Action, doing the thing is the thing that's going to create motivation to do it even more of it to help you reach the goals. It's not the other way around at all. Like look back a year ago, you probably had the same excuses that you have now. So why you're not doing, I don't know, to maybe why you're not losing some weight, to maybe why you're not starting that business, to maybe why you're not doing this or that. You know what I mean? You need to have a deep think. You need to sit in silence for 10 minutes and actually think about why you're not doing the thing that you know you want to do or you know you need to do. Because why not just do it? Nothing's gonna happen. The only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna learn from it. You're gonna learn from it. And if it's something, if it's a goal, that you know you want to work towards, then what is the worst thing that's going to happen? I just don't get it why people don't work towards where they want to be. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is that when people say they're going to start, they just wait for the perfect moment. They say the timing's off, they're not ready yet. But in reality, that's the thing that's holding you back. You need to just start because no person that you admire or look up to started with the perfect conditions because there is no perfect conditions. There's never going to be a perfect time to do anything, like literally, really, like there isn't. You need to just start, and obviously you learn more from experience. You learn more from just starting than trying to learn or trying to watch tutorials and watch videos on how to learn. Because instead of starting, you try and prepare, and so you start doing all the things that feel productive. Like I said, you feel like you're starting. You prepare. You might buy the gear for whatever it is. You might do the research. You might do the learning. But in reality, that stuff is just the top of the iceberg. That's the stuff that, yeah, you need, but you're just doing it to feel like you're being productive. You're just doing those things to feel like you're actually getting there. Like, for example, there's someone in my family who does exactly that. He calls me up, and when I speak to him and stuff like that, because I go to the gym, I go consistently, and like when he asks me if I've been to the gym and have I like been to the gym today or whatever, he just like says like, yeah, I need to start going. I'm gonna get back training soon. Just says that stuff because that's him approving himself of not going to the gym. And so when he talks about going to the gym, when he says that I'm gonna go soon, I'm gonna train tomorrow, I'm gonna do this, that, and he doesn't, it's because he's kind of approving himself of it. Like it feels like he's being productive in a way, but he really isn't. He's just saying he's gonna do it, but he just knows that he isn't doing it. So he's lying to himself, and then he's never going to do it because when you lie to yourself, you can't trust yourself, and when you can't trust yourself, you're never going to be able to do anything that you say you're going to do. And so that's why you just need to do it. There's no perfect time for anything because if you think there's a perfect time, you're just going to keep lying to yourself. You're never going to be able to reach your goal because you lie to yourself. You need to stop lying to yourself and just do it. Even if it's an hour a day, working towards the thing you want or to fix the thing you need to fix or to lose that weight or to do anything. You just need to start. Literally just start by doing an hour a day of what it is. And so what ends up happening is you just stay stuck in saying, someday, I'll do this someday. You're going to leave your goals on hold for someday. And someday feels safe because the dream and the thing that you know what happens on the other side of doing that stays alive. The dream stays alive without the risk because you're thinking about what you're saying you're going to do it, but you're actually not doing it, and so there's no risk, and that's why you keep saying you're going to do something, but you don't actually do it because there's no risk on the other side of not doing it. You know what I mean? And so the dream just stays alive, and you get that small dopamine hit and motivation hit, even though you're doing nothing to work towards it. And so I just want to end on this, and I think this is pretty obvious by now, but the difference between people who do the thing they need to do, that do the thing they want to do, between people who don't do the thing they need to do or want to do, is it's not because of talent, it's not because they've got some magic fucking ability, it's because they just decided to start. They just started. They just knew that starting was the number one thing that's going to get them to where they want to be because they're going to learn the failures, they're going to learn the experience over the people that try and prepare themselves, try and learn themselves, buy all the gear, do this, that to get there. But all that stuff is just procrastination covered up by action. It's weird to explain, but the people who get to where they want to be, they just start, and you need to start.